Oscar Piastri left Abu Dhabi sounding calmer than most expected. But behind that calm tone was a truth he could no longer hide. He genuinely believes this championship could have been his. Not because he thinks he's faster than Lando Norris, not because he demands special treatment, but because throughout 2025, race after race, McLaren's strategy repeatedly put him in positions where winning required luck, not logic. And Abu Dhabi was the clearest example. McLaren placed him on hard tires at the start, a strategy that only works if a safety car appears at the perfect moment. It never did. And while Norris enjoyed a safer, cleaner path to the podium he needed, Piastri was forced into a race defined by waiting, not attacking. He passed Norris on merit, managed his tires brilliantly, and delivered one of his strongest drives of the season, yet never had a real chance to fight for the crown. What hurt wasn't losing the race. It was knowing the opportunity to win was never truly there. And this wasn't a one-off. You can trace a pattern through the entire season. Monza's controversial swap. Qatar's lost victory. The miscalculations that drained away his early points lead. The setups, offsets, timing choices, and pit windows that always seemed to play to Norris's strengths, and rarely to his. None of this was intentional. None of it was malicious. But the effect was the same. Norris became the strategic priority, while Piastri became the variable the team used to stabilize race outcomes. Abu Dhabi made that painfully clear. Piastri had the pace, he had the rhythm, he had the form of a title contender. But with the hard tire gamble locking him out of the strategic flow, he could not attack Verstappen. He could not pressure McLaren's rivals, and he could not influence the race in any meaningful way. He was fast, but structurally unable to use that speed. That's why his post-race comments sounded different. Not angry, not emotional, but brutally honest. He spoke about lost opportunities, about timing, about situations that didn't allow me to show everything I had. He didn't blame anyone. He didn't accuse the team. He simply told the truth every elite driver eventually discovers. In Formula One, equal treatment does not always mean equal opportunity. For Norris, Abu Dhabi was the coronation. For Piastri, it was a reminder of how microscopic the margins really are, and how strategy can make or break a title more than raw speed ever will. His frustration wasn't directed at the team. It was directed at the pattern. Because, as he made clear, he knows exactly where he lost this championship. And none of those losses came from driving errors. They came from execution, from timing, from the moments when his strengths weren't the ones McLaren needed to prioritize. This is not a driver defeated. This is a driver sharpening his blade. He's young, he's analytical, he's battle-tested now, and he understands, perhaps for the first time, how a full championship is actually won. McLaren now face a new reality. Norris is world champion, and deservedly so. But Piastri is the driver who could have been champion under slightly different circumstances. And 2026 will demand a structure capable of unleashing both. Because the story isn't ending here, it's just beginning. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit the like button, subscribe to the Grid Whisperer, and let me know in the comments. Did McLaren's strategy cost Piastri a real shot at the 2025 IVA Tiharai 2025 World Championship?